I'm bringing together 198 clubs from the majors all the way down through low A to participate in a single elimination knockout tournament. This video will cover the save setup, my live reaction to the results as they unfolded, and a tournament recap. Before we dive into this competition, let's talk about the inspiration behind it, the FA Cup. For those unfamiliar, the FA Cup is an annual knockout competition in English football. It's one of the oldest and most prestigious domestic soccer tournaments in the world. What makes the FA Cup so special is that it's open to teams from all levels of English football. From the Premier League giants to the smallest clubs, over 700 clubs compete in this tournament, making it 10 times the size of the NCAA basketball tournament. Now imagine that same spirit transferred to the baseball world. That's exactly what we're bringing to you today. Major league teams, AAA, AA, High A, Single A, and even independent baseball teams will be competing for glory. The 30 MLB clubs, the top 15 AAA teams, and champions from the other leagues have earned a well-deserved bye in the first round, ensuring they don't meet an early exit. But here's the exciting twist. While these teams get byes, they are not seeded. Major league teams could face each other early in the competition, and any teams from any level can go head-to-head as they progress through the rounds. We started with a live start the day after the World Series, bringing in Major League Baseball and the Partner Leagues. Now, we can only have live start tournaments with parent leagues. Once the save is created, we went into every minor league and removed its affiliation with Major League Baseball. Despite MLB technically owning all those players, they do remain with those clubs. Once these leagues are standalone, they'll start making their own transactions, which we don't want. So we also go to the setting of every league and activate the option to set all teams to not allow AI roster changes. We also went into every league, including MLB, and delayed the start of the offseason. Not doing this would cause players to retire or become a free agent during the tournament, and we don't want that either. Now we can start the tournament in the Global Settings menu. Click on the Global Actions option at the top right. And the setup is simple but cumbersome. You have to individually select every team in the tournament, but I've already taken care of it here. Now we can customize our playoff setup. We'll use a regular bracket with best of one series, and we're going to have our own draw to determine the bracket. The real FA Cup doesn't actually use a bracket, rather there's a new draw every round, but I found that feature to be glitchy in OTP, so bracket it is. Let's make the draw. These 140 clubs will face off in the following matchups. 70 teams will advance to the second round, and 70 will go home. Postseason heroics will be denied and championship dreams will be dashed as the first round is here. Let's play. This tournament was great for the live scores feature, like watching NFL Red Zone on steroids. I do all my sims on stream. Check out Baseball Dreamland on Twitch if you ever want to see things unfold live. Jory Melton of West Michigan carried a no-hitter into the 8th inning, and they go on to defeat the Great Falls Voyagers 2-0. The Sioux Falls Canaries also got one hit, but they beat the Joliet Slammers 1-0 thanks to a solo home run by Daryl Sweeney in the 7th inning. Your player of the day is Yiddy Cap, who slugged 2 homers and drove in 5 in Beloit's 11-7 victory over the Missoula Paddleheads. The Arkansas Travelers won in dramatic fashion against the Portland Sea Dogs on a 3-run walk-off homer by Robert Perez Jr. Sacramento and Greensboro played the shootout of the day, with the River Cats coming out victorious. The upset of the day comes from Daytona, where the Tortugas of the Low A Florida State League took down the Toledo Mudhens of the AAA International League. Here are the results of the remaining first round games. Hopefully your favorite team won. While we're scrolling through, please give my video a like if you're looking forward to seeing how this progresses. The MLB clubs joined the fray in the round of 128. 12 of them were drawn against each other, while the other 18 face off against hungry lower league clubs seeking glory. Will chaos unfold? Here we go. Uh-oh. The National League champion Diamondbacks are losing. The Mets 1-0 over Empire State. The Yankees are losing 2-0. There it is. It's in the 5th. Uh-oh. The Brewers are losing. Uh-oh. Texas is tied again with Gastonia, and Andrew Heaney's left with an injury. It is 1-1 in the bottom of the 8th, and Cedar Rapids has a runner on second with 1 out. Oh, look at
Midland's got 2 on in the 9th against the Yankees. They are not done fighting. Wait, oh, look at St. Paul, 7-6. Can St. Paul do it? Can they knock off the National League champs? We got 7 no-hit innings from George Kirby in Seattle. Got to keep an eye. Oh, it's tied! St. Paul tied the game!
The Diamondbacks beat the St. Paul Saints by 5, but it took 10 innings. St. Paul put the winning run on third base in the bottom of the 9th, but couldn't get it across. The Milwaukee Brewers didn't pull ahead of the Cedar Rapids Colonels until the 9th inning on a William Contreras single. The Midland Rockhounds gave the mighty Yankees a mighty scare till the 6th inning until Giancarlo Stanton and Everson Pereira homered. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals matched the Philadelphia Phillies through 7 innings. Mason Barnett threw 5 scoreless innings, but he couldn't outduel the great Zach Wheeler, who struck out 10 over 8 innings for the 2-1 Phillies win. The Round Rock Express gave the San Francisco Giants a good battle before succumbing to a 2-1 defeat. The game of the day occurred between 2 big league clubs. George Kirby outdueled Shane Bieber, and the Mariners won it on a walk-off single by Julio Rodriguez. So after a bunch of false alarms, MLB goes a perfect 18-0 against minor league competition. 6 MLB clubs fell in the second round, leaving 24 for the round of 64. There are only 2 matchups between MLB clubs in the third round. We're running low on single A and indie ball clubs. This tournament has been devoid of upsets so far. You want some upsets? The wait is over. See, here we have the beginnings of 2 giant killings. This is by far the most jeopardy I have seen one of the big league teams in so far. I know it's really early. So Erie's up 2-0, no hitter so far. That is Colorado. They're losing to Bowie of the Eastern League. So we got a bunch of big league teams losing. St. Louis and now Baltimore. Ryan Bliss singles to give Tacoma a tie game. 5 major league teams here that are all in danger. Long Island is now up 4-1 over Cincinnati. In my spot here, Colorado's down 3-0 to Bowie still. So we got Bowie trying to extend their lead in the bottom of the 8th. Syracuse Mets trying to do the same thing. So it's a 2-run lead, and the Marlins are in trouble. And Syracuse is leading 4-1, 5-1. 5-1 Syracuse. Pandemonium in upstate New York. But there's 2 outs. Are the Yankees going down to Erie? No other finals. Too much to pay attention to. Erie wins 2-0 over the New York Yankees. The Bronx Bombers get shut out. Who put money on that? Yeah, the Yankees are going to lose and not score a run. So Syracuse, the Marlins are down to their last out, and they're just going down with a whimper. Syracuse has won. The Marlins go down. Big league teams falling all over the place. Look at Binghamton. Bases loaded with, now 2 outs. Can they do it against the mighty Los Angeles Dodgers? Full counts in the bottom of the 8th. Another run comes across. It's Jet Williams that draws a walk. Tampa Bay's tied the game. Isaac Paredes hits another home run. 8-all. And Binghamton is retired in the bottom of the 8th, so the Dodgers hold on to that lead. Here comes, so Cincinnati's the next one to fall. Sacramento's up 9-3 over Philadelphia. Lead. Arizona's not even having that easy of a time. Still 5-1 here. Sacramento's still trying to finish off Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber hit a grand slam. 9-7. The Phillies are alive. And Real Muto singles. Or the Phillies gonna walk off the River Cats? 2 strikes. Philadelphia goes down. 2 outs in Cincinnati. It is final. The Reds have fallen. We go to the 11th in Tampa Bay. Fall. Worcester has the lead against Tampa Bay. And the Rangers are in a bit of a pickle here against Memphis, who have the bases loaded with 2 outs. But Worcester's managed to regain the lead. It's down to the final out. There is a base runner on. Rosarena's up. The Rays have 20 hits. This game's going to disappear, and I'm not going to know why it disappeared. It's because it was a walk-off homer. 3-2 count. 2 outs. What happened? Wait, Tampa Bay scored. It's 9-all, and now they can win it. Plate 21 hits now for the Rays. What a game. San Diego's losing.
Is San Diego out? 2 outs, 2 strikes. Tampa Bay wins it on a walk-off 10-9. San Diego has lost. Tulsa goes pandemonium. It is giant killing day in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. And the A's are losing now, 3-2. Ooh, actually, this is a game of note. The Toronto Blue Jays are no-hitting the Las Vegas Aviators. Chris Bassett, 7 no-hit innings. Chris Bassett, in his 8th strikeout, he is 7 2/3 innings of... Okay, I need to pause this. Hold on a second. Does he have a perfect game? He has a perfect game. He has a perfect game going into the 9th. So Oakland swinging for their lives. Yeah, score 15. All right, 2 outs. Oakland gonna go down pretty quietly against Asheville. Okay, meanwhile, here's the bottom of the 9th. Chris Bassett with a perfect game. Oakland loses. Another big league team out. I think there's like 5 big league teams. Yeah, the A's is like, I don't know. All right, here we go. 2 strikes. Oh no! We did jinx it. Max Schumann singles. Oh! 7 minor league clubs upset MLB competition in the 3rd round. Let's start with the Yankees, who didn't just lose, they got shut out on 2 hits by Wilmer Flores and the AA Erie Seawolves. The Cincinnati Reds fell 6-2 to Long Island of the Atlantic League. Long live Indy Ball. The Philadelphia Phillies fell behind 9-3 and almost made it back. Their tournament is cut short by the AAA Sacramento River Cats. More upsets. Sam McNally launches a 3-run homer in the 8th, sending the Tulsa Drillers to the 4th round, and the San Diego Padres are out. Now, some might say the Athletics losing isn't an upset, but they lost to the Asheville Tourists, who posted the worst record in the High A South Atlantic League. This begs the question, where exactly is the bottom for the Oakland A's? Chris Bassett pitched 8 perfect innings for the Blue Jays against Las Vegas, but Max Schumann broke it up to lead off the 9th. Upset number 6. Davis Peterson leads the Syracuse Mets to a relatively easy 5-1 dispatching of the Miami Marlins. The wildest game of the day featured 2 comebacks by the Tampa Bay Rays, who were down to their last strike twice in the 11th inning against the Worcester Red Sox. Yandy Diaz collected the walk-off single. Oh, the upsets aren't over yet. Number 7 has the Bowie Bay Sox defeating the Colorado Rockies 3-1. Here are 6 matchups of relative sanity, with the Royals and Mets falling to MLB competition. That's 9 MLB clubs down in round 3, which leaves 15 for the round of 32. 13 of them face minor league clubs, while the World Series champion Rangers head to Chicago to face the Cubs. We're also down to 2 teams from A-Ball and 1 team from Indie Ball. I'm going to warn you, round 3 got crazy, round 4 got weird. Now, Long Island has taken the lead over Arizona. St. Louis has taken the lead. Seattle is losing 3-0 to AAA competition. Milwaukee having a difficult time swinging the bats. Watch out for Tampa Bay. They got a 2-2 game there. And Seattle is losing to Oklahoma City Dodgers. Tampa Bay has a runner, Rosarena, but nope. Margot grounded out, so we're going to the 9th in Tampa Bay. 2nd game in a row. The Tampa Bay's getting taken to the brink. But Detroit and Arkansas are tied at no... Actually, the Tigers are getting no hit by Juan Mercedes of Arkansas. Baltimore has 1. Long Island tied the game. Lou Ford. There's another. Seen that name a few times with a sac fly. Seattle is the one in danger. It looks like we're going to extras in Tampa Bay unless they can carve out a rally. That's going to the 10th. Long Island has stopped Arizona. They have a chance for a walk-off win over the Diamondbacks. Detroit is not only losing, they're getting no hit. Let's check 2 out. Sorry, Arkansas is batting. Bottom of the 8th, looking to extend their lead over the Tigers. Arizona has the leadoff man on, and Arkansas has scored 2 more runs. It's 3-0. So Seattle is still losing 3-0 to Oklahoma City. So we actually do have we have two teams in danger. Arizona has taken the lead against Long Island, and there's still runners at the corners with nobody out. 4-2 now, Arizona. The Blue Jays are the only one of my hats that are still alive. Over. Tampa Bay has won. That happened like I didn't even notice. Day in a row. Arkansas has won. They got the no-hitter. It's a team no-hitter. Combined no-hitter of the Detroit Tigers. Oh, that's embarrassing. No hit in the FA Cup by a AA team. 7-0 Oklahoma City. This will be by far the biggest blowout of a major league team. Houston is losing to Sacramento. Sacramento was one of the giant killers. Seattle lost. That's official. 7-0. It was tricky because they moved position. Oh, Sacramento has the lead over Houston. Guys, just need a productive out to tie this up. And he triples. Houston's tied the game at 2, and now Kyle Tucker singles him in, so Houston has turned the tables on Sacramento.
So I'm going to say this slowly, not just so this sinks in for you, but also because it hasn't sunk in with me yet. The Detroit Tigers got no hit by the Arkansas Travelers of the AA Texas League, whose starting pitcher posted an ERA of 6.60 during the regular season. Juan Mercedes pitched 8 no-hit innings, and then Daison Arias finished off the combined no-hitter. That has got to be the craziest thing I've ever seen in out-of-the-park baseball, and definitely ever in real baseball. Back to some semblance of normalcy, the Twins, Cubs, Giants, Astros, and Dodgers all move on. And despite a valiant ninth-inning comeback attempt, the World Series champion Texas Rangers are out. The Seattle Mariners are the second MLB club to fall to minor league competition this round. They got stomped 7-0 to Landon Knack and the Oklahoma City Dodgers. The Asheville Tourists become the last remaining A-ball team in the tournament. They've defeated the High Point Rockers, the Gary South Shore Railcats, the Oakland Athletics, and now the Tulsa Drillers to advance to the Sweet 16. The Braves, Rays, and Cardinals will join them there. The Brewers, Diamondbacks, Blue Jays, and Orioles all move on as well. This closes the books on the independent MLB Partner League. The Long Island Ducks made it the furthest and did the Atlantic League proud by taking out 2 AAA clubs and the Cincinnati Reds before bowing out. 16 teams to go and only 4 left from the minor leagues. All 4 draw major league clubs, so we'll need another upset to see any of them in the quarterfinals. This round features a rematch of this season's wildcard series between the Milwaukee Brewers and Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh, Arkansas strikes right away with a 2-run homer against the Blue Jays. The minor leaguers are holding strong. Asheville takes a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers. Syracuse has a 2-0 lead over Atlanta. So all 3 of the minor league teams are winning so far. Holding the lead over Atlanta, although Atlanta's got 2 on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. And they do not score. Syracuse holds the lead. Oklahoma City now taking the lead over the Twins. Yeah, all 4 minor league teams that are remaining in the tournament are in action right now, and they are all, actually no, 3 of the 4 are winning. Minnesota's taken the lead over Oklahoma City. Oh, Toronto has just leapfrogged Arkansas. That was Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with a 3-run homer. And now Syracuse is the only winning minor league team. The hope and dreams of the minor leagues now rest in Syracuse. Meanwhile, Asheville's just scored twice against the Dodgers. They're alive. Arkansas's last chance against Toronto coming up right now. 2 outs, 1 on. Arkansas clinging to their life. Come on, guys! Dodgers have beaten Asheville, and Toronto have finished off Arkansas. Oh, Atlanta's threatening big time in the bottom of the 8th. Come on, Syracuse. We need a minor league team staying alive. Bottom of the 8th in Atlanta. Trying to stay alive. And Vaughn Grissom flew out. Syracuse takes the 3-2 lead into the 9th inning of the round of 16. Big fat drum roll. 2 outs.
final out. Oh, Atlanta won! Atlanta won! Oh no, what happened?
Austin Riley was the Braves' last chance in the ninth inning. He sent the Syracuse Mets home on a 409-foot blast to left center off Tyler J. The Oklahoma City Dodgers ran out of steam as well. The Twins take care of business for an easy 9-2 win. 4 Milwaukee pitchers combined for a 3-hit shutout of the Diamondbacks, and the Astros lost to the Giants, which is always worth celebrating. On the other side of the bracket, the Rays advanced over the Cardinals 5-3. The Blue Jays fell behind 4-0 against Arkansas, but Vladdy Guerrero Jr. smashed a 3-run homer in the 7th, and that was the difference. The Chicago Cubs defeat the Orioles 5-2. They've had a difficult draw, needing to beat the Mets, Rangers, and Orioles to reach the quarterfinals. And finally, the Los Angeles Dodgers hold off the feisty Asheville Tourists, meaning all minor league clubs have been eliminated. A round of applause to the Syracuse Mets, the Oklahoma City Dodgers, the Arkansas Travelers, and the Asheville Tourists for reaching the last 16 in the FA Cup of Baseball. So it's time for the business end of the tournament. 5 of the 8 remaining teams qualified for the 2023 postseason. 2 of those that didn't, the Cubs and the Giants, go head-to-head this round. Many were disappointed that we didn't get the heavyweight matchup between the Dodgers and Braves in real life, but we get it here in the quarterfinals. All right, Minnesota has the lead over the Rays. Matt Chapman with a 3-run homer for Toronto. And Will Smith has homered for the Dodgers. Actually, Ahmed Rosario also played a run. Freddie Freeman, big rally for the Dodgers in the 5th. Toronto now opening up a pretty big lead over Milwaukee. Tampa Bay getting shut out. Okay, the Rays with their last hope here in the bottom of the 9th. They're trailing 1-0. Okay, Braves now up in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay with a runner on. Braves don't have a base runner. They need one. 2 runners on in Tampa Bay. Tying run on at 3rd. Toronto is 1. So they move to the semifinals. Big drama here ending up this game. And Minnesota holds on. 1-0 victory for the Twins. The Braves do have that tying run up to the plate now. What can they get done here? It doesn't happen for them. The Dodgers hold on. Oh, the Cubs. What did the Cubs do? Matt Mervis with a 3-run homer. Giants need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Runner on. And the Cubs move on. The great starting pitching propels the Blue Jays, Dodgers, and Twins to victory in the quarterfinals. Clayton Kershaw, Kevin Gausman, Sonny Gray all go 8 innings for quarterfinal wins. Matt Mervis 3-run homer in the 4th makes the Chicago Cubs the new giant killers of the tournament. They are both the last standing non-playoff team and the victors over 4 MLB clubs in a row. Marcus Stroman takes on his former club against Chris Bassett, who almost threw a perfect game in his previous start. In the other semifinal, the Dodgers travel to Minneapolis to play a baseball game in mid-November. Have fun with that. However, the Blue Jays have 2 on, and they've retied the game. Twins take a 5-3 lead over the Dodgers. First out for the Cubs. Oh, Twins score! Twins score. Max Kepler scores 2 runs on a single. The Twins have a 3-run lead. 2 outs. Dodgers down. Their last hope. And that's it. That's it. The Dodgers are out. The Twins are on to the finals. Will we see a walk-off from Ian Happ? Well, he's on base. Nope, at Candelario grounded out, so we are in the 10th. Here's a chance to experiment. Can I just jump into this game? Oh, I can. We joined the game at Wrigley Live as these 2 teams are in the semifinals battling for their place in the championship. That is over the center fielder's head. Santiago Espinal trying to be the go-ahead run. Bichette grounds out, so the Cubs have another Mastrobuoni with a 1-out double. Walk it off here. Alzolay
I'm confused. Why is the pitcher batting? Pitcher's been batting in all these games. Okay. I guess this tournament set no designated hitter. I had no idea. Danny Jansen gives it a ride out to left. That is caught. And Springer also hits it hard. Romano back on. Oh, it's a walk-off homer for Dansby Swanson. The Cubs are going to the finals. Craziness.
The Chicago Cubs win again and advance to the final on a dramatic walk-off home run by Dansby Swanson in the 11th inning off Jordan Romano. They'll face the Twins, who were propelled by 3 hits and 4 RBI from Alex Kirilloff, along with a homer from Royce Lewis. So Javier Assad and Pablo Lopez will be the starting pitchers in the final between the Chicago Cubs and Minnesota Twins in Minneapolis. The game time temperature is 29 degrees Fahrenheit and the game drew less than 20,000 fans. We'll enjoy the game from the comforts of YouTube.
Leadoff single. There was a bunt. We're playing old school National League ball. Didn't even realize it, but the... Uh-oh, that's not National League ball. Seiya Suzuki has given the Cubs a 2-0 lead. That is out of here. Royce Lewis. That's his 3rd run of the tournament. Look at those stats he's put up. 1, 2, 3 in that one. And now the Twins. Oh, that's a ground rule double for the Twins leading off. Oh, it's a double play. Royce Lewis and Joey Gallo with back-to-back singles. And Buxton's going to move both runners up with that ground out. So Max Kepler cannot come through. Come their best as well. 1-out single for Christopher Morel. Interesting to see what the Cubs will do with the pitcher batting here. They do take him down for Matt Mervis. And that decision did not pay off as Griffin Jack strikes out Mervis and Nico Horner to end the top of the 7th. We are cruising right along here into the late innings. Oh, and Byron Buxton has just tied the game for the Twins. 8th inning of the FA Cup final. Oh, and the Cubs have retaken the lead. It's Miles Mastrobuoni, who could not have had very many home runs this season. 6 outs away from the FA Cup title. Jorge Polanco, not enough distance. Royce Lewis, that's tied again. It's his 2nd home run of the game. He's 3 for 4. It's a beautiful day for baseball. They have to be really enjoying themselves out there. And Morel lines out hard to 3rd. Buxton leads it off with a single. Max Kepler up to the plate. That's going to be caught in right. Suzuki out there. Carlos Correa is getting pinch hit for. Willie Castro strikes out. Last hope in the 9th is Christian Vasquez, and Alzolay strikes him out. So we are going extras. Why not? Duran remains in the game for the Twins. Oh, a crucial error is made by the first baseman, Kirilloff. That is in the gap. Mastrobuoni once again delivering, and the Cubs take the lead 4-3. Mastrobuoni makes them pay for it. Cubs may not be finished here. Happ draws the walk. Candelario with the chance. And another error by the Twins. Not an error, but a wild pitch. And the Cubs have a 2-run lead. Make it 3, possibly 4. The Cubs can taste the cup now. And it's a 5 spot for Chicago. Farmer is out. Kirilloff has got to be dreading his mistake in the top of the 9th. Strikes out. Last hope for the Twins. Polanco strikes out, and the Cubs are the FA Cup champions of baseball.
Congratulations to the Chicago Cubs on winning a great final game of a fantastic tournament. Miles Mastrobuoni takes home Finals MVP honors off the bench giving the Cubs the lead in both the 8th and 10th innings. Royce Lewis also had a fantastic game for the Twins, finishing the tournament with a .519 batting average and 4 homers. The Cubs won 7 games in a row to claim this trophy. After their Round 2 victory over the AAA Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, they took out 6 MLB clubs on their way to the Cup title. Their pitching and defense gave up only 14 runs over the 7 games. Emmanuel Valdez of the Worcester Red Sox put up a game score of 102 in the second round against the Palm Beach Cardinals of the Single-A Florida State League. It was the only 5-hit day of the tournament. Bobby Miller claimed the best pitching score of the tournament in the Dodgers' 4th-round win over the Louisville Bats. He threw a 1-hit, 1-walk shutout with 12 strikeouts. Juan Mercedes may have finished 14th, but that's my favorite story of the tournament. A Double-A pitcher put up 8 innings of no-hit ball against the Detroit Tigers. Also, don't forget Chris Bassett's almost perfect game against Las Vegas. Royce Lewis has to be considered the player of the tournament, leading it with 14 hits, 4 homers, 3 doubles, and 1.1 wins above replacement. The best minor league player was Robert Perez Jr. of the Arkansas Travelers. The team that no-hit the Tigers also needed runs to reach the 5th round, and they got those with 4 homers from the 23-year-old first baseman, including a walk-off against the Portland Sea Dogs in the 1st round. This was a close call, but I'm giving pitcher of the tournament honors to Kevin Gausman. He collected 2 wins, gave up only 1 run in 16 innings, and struck out 18. It's tougher to give a minor league pitcher of the tournament because nobody made 2 starts. I'm going to give it to Scott Alexander of the Sacramento River Cats. The 34-year-old appeared in all 4 of their games, pitching 5 1/3 innings with no runs allowed, and he collected 3 holds in the process. MLB won at a near 700 clip. 20 of their 29 losses came against other MLB clubs, but those 9 upsets were what made this FA Cup so much fun. Surprisingly, the Double-A level slightly outperformed Triple-A. The Eastern League had a strong tournament in particular. The Low-A clubs had a difficult time as you would expect. 2 of the Indie Ball leagues accounted for themselves well, but the Frontier League got hammered and only 1 Pioneer League team got out of the 1st round. That's a wrap for the 2023 FA Cup of Baseball. This tournament was a blast. If this is well received, I'll probably focus my content on standalone videos versus the episodic series going forward. So if you want to see more videos like this, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel as well. See you next time.